Hey everyone, happy Sunday to all of you. Welcome to 1 Minute GK. Friends, this video is about the analysis of the speech of our Honourable Prime Minister Narendra Modi at United Nations. So let's see which points he presented before the world as the representative of world's largest democracy or the 1.3 billion people of India. PM, while addressing the 74th session of UN, said it's a special occasion because this year the entire world is celebrating the 150th birth anniversary of father of our nation, that is Mahatma Gandhi. PM told to the entire world that the world's biggest election in the world's largest democracy took place this year. He told that India had chosen a stable government as the highest ever number of voters voted for me to come into the power for the consecutive term. PM Modi further told about what kind of schemes that are being implemented in the India, and he used the line of when a developing country. So let's see those schemes. When a developing country is able to successfully implement the world's biggest sanitation campaign, that is of Clean India Mission, which emphasized on building over 110 million toilets in just 5 years. When a developing country successfully runs the world's biggest health assurance scheme, which will give 500 million people the facility of an annual health cover of 5 million rupees for the treatment. When a developing country successfully runs the world's biggest financial inclusion scheme, that will emphasize on opening over 370 million bank accounts for the poor in just 5 years, and which will build the confidence in the poor people. When a developing country launches the world's biggest digital identification program, that will give a biometric identity, thereby ensuring the people can avail their rights, and it will give the world a new hope. He noticed at the wall of UN to make UN free of single use plastic and told the world that a very large campaign is being started across the entire country to make India free of single use plastic. This showed the India's stub stance about the single use plastic. PM also talked about the future plans. The plans included in the next 5 years water supply to 150 million of homes, in the next 5 years 125,000 kilometers of new roads in developing country like India. At India's 75th year of independence by 2022, government is planning to build 20 million houses for the poor. PM Modi added in his speech that India's target to eradicate the TB, that is tuberculosis, is 2025, which is 5 years before the world's target of eradicating the TB by 2030. These big plans only possible when you have the people's participation in it, he added. Our efforts for future endeavors are centered upon our population of 1.3 billion people. But the dreams are same for all the world and for all the societies. The efforts of such big population proved to be fruitful for entire world, and he used the phrase here that of Jan Kalyan se Jag Kalyan. That is a very interesting phrase he had used. Honorable Prime Minister gave the example of great Tamil poet Kariyan Pungun Runner, which India had 3000 years ago, and he called Tamil as the most ancient language, even more older than Sanskrit. And he spoke one line from his poem. The line is Yadum Ore Yavrum Kerir, which means we belong to all the places and to everyone. That highlighted the sense of belonging which is unique to India. PM focused upon the hot issue of global warming. He told that India's per capita contribution to the global warming is very much low when it comes to the per capita contribution. But India is one of the leading nations that had taken steps to address the issue of global warming. He told the world India is working on achieving the target of 450 gigawatts of renewable energy and also taken initiative to create the International Solar Alliance, which is having 85 plus nations as its members. And the headquarters of International Solar Alliance is in Gurugram, that is in India. India also gifted the solar panels to UN, which are on the roof of UN, which will power UN's office. PM Modi highlighted India's tough stance against terrorism. He said, हम उस देश से ताल्लुकात रखते हैं जिससे दुनिया को युद्ध नहीं बल्कि बुद्ध दिया है. Calling Buddha a reason, he told India's voice is against terrorism, calling terrorism a global challenge, and he showed the need of to combat the terrorism. We will all have to come together. PM Modi gave the example of our great spiritual guru Swami Vivekananda. That 125 years ago, Vivekananda gave his message of harmony and speech to world at Chicago conference. The same message the largest democracy wants to give to the entire world, that is of harmony and peace. So guys, that was a great speech by our Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi. But I think these a couple of points our Prime Minister might have included. Guys, everyone has a different perspective. Hence, the point I love to mention here are these. The first point, strong words on Pakistan that supports terrorism. As Pak is giving the false narrative on Kashmir and eventually about India. Incident that I remember last time at UN when the strong lady, the late Sushma Swaraj, the Foreign Minister of India, was there. Pakistan's diplomat told the world that India is the mother of terrorism. And suddenly, in her right to reply, Sushma Swaraj replied that, of course, India is the mother of terrorism because India gave birth to a terrorist country, that is Pakistan, on its independence. The second point I would love to include is reform in UNSC, that is United Nations Security Council. Because as the ultimate dream of India at UN is to have a permanent seat in its Security Council. Presently, there are 5 countries, which are USA, UK, France, Russia, and China. We called India as a Vishwaguru, no doubt in it, but the term Vishwaguru will suit India betterly when India will be a permanent member at UNSC, that is United Nations Security Council. Thank you guys. Do like, share, subscribe. Invite your friends and family to join this channel and help us to grow this channel. Take care guys. Jai Hind.